sounds like everyone can hear everything. So look, I'm opening up a Massive X. Let's also do a massive an Absynth. I absolutely love Absynth. If you guys haven't experimented with Absynth, I can't recommend it enough. When I started producing, everyone used it for mainly for like atmospheres, like atmospheric stuff and strings and pads, but I've kind of learned how to use it for making crazy bass lines, so it's worth having a little look. Let's put a Massive in there as well. So what I tend to do, I said this on a different live stream, so that's probably a little while ago, and you may not have seen it, is I tend to start with trying to come up with a hook. I'll add to the PDX, says he's enjoying the Absynth presets as well. Yeah, if you, I might as well just plug it now. If you're unaware, I on my Bandcamp, djdistance.bandcamp.com, I've got quite a few preset packs up there. One is for Absynth, and that will show you what Absynth can do. I might go through some sounds of that in a minute. But like I was saying, when I start a track, I tend to try and come up with a hook, or like a main riff. You know, like a band or a guitarist, you'd come with a riff. You know, say like you know, my track Headstrong goes, so that's a riff. See what I mean? And then I find it easier to work around a riff. Sometimes I do start with drums, but I kind of, when it comes to starting with drums, I kind of find myself getting more inspired by a style of percussion. Do you see what I mean? So like a certain sound of a sample kind of leads me down a road, and then I know what I'm looking for. But yes, out to Demure Music, out to Super 100, out to Kozov saying greetings from Berlin. What is going on? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you're keeping safe in these mental times. So here's some sounds. Let me know if these are coming out too hot. See what I mean? So once you've got something like that, once you've got what you think might be the meat and bones of your tune when it drops, then you're kind of working backwards. Alright, let's start there. Why not? Someone else has probably done that riff 100 times, but not today. Right, so I can record it. There you go, something like that. Let's quantize. Bang. There we go. Let's have a listen. Let's turn the make sure. I'm going to go down there. Here we go. So, like I said, I've just jammed that out, so now we've got a riff. So I find it easier to have a riff like this, and then you work kind of backwards, not backwards, but it's like it's really strange. I don't know how to explain this, but it's almost like when I do something like this, I've heard in my head, it's like I know how this goes. In my head's thinking to myself, I've heard this before. I know how this goes, and then I'm basically trying to piece it together how I remember it. And I know that sounds insane because I've not made this, but it's how it goes. It's kind of like I get a melody down, and then it's almost like instinctively I know how it should go. So I know that sounds insane, and it's probably not that helpful. But once you've got a riff like this, you know, you might want to loop that for a while, but it's going to get boring. So what you could easily do then is, because we've got Massive X open as well, we can copy the MIDI over to Massive X and then see if we come up with something there. Woo! Doesn't that sound amazing? Let's have a look. Let's get Massive X up. Let's see what we've got in here. So yeah, I've just made, you've probably heard me bang on about it for ages, but I just made, just released a preset pack for Massive X. What's this sound? Oh, hang on, that's still massive. So anyway, we're not looking for that kind of thing right now. Hang on. Ooh. Oh, that's a bit too mental. What's that, like pitched an octave lower? Nah, don't like that. Not sure about this sound. Out to Deep Tempo, out to Eric. I called this Dalek, or like Dalek 1. Actually, that sounded good, didn't it? Like, yeah, let's do that. Let's try that out. Did. Alright. That's gonna need some fixing. What we got here? This is gonna be Ooh. Let's get these velocities roughly the same. So let's just tweak this massive sound a little bit. Where are you? I just want to see. Oh, there's another one of these, I think. Let me have a look. Oh. No. Alright, let's stick with that. Zod? Who's Zod? Hang on a minute. I call my presets some crazy things. Come on, where have you gone? There we go. Right, so I just need to sort this out again. Loop reset. Loop reset. Maybe if I change the here we go. We've got this little guy here. Alright, I don't want that first bit, thinking about it. Actually, what I'll do is I'll copy and paste that, and I'll keep one. Let's see. Alright, forget about that for a minute. Right, so let's have a look at Absinthe. Maybe we'll come up with a just a little something for an intro. Hang on. See, because you've got that melody, that it's kind of setting you up nicely for an intro, because then you've got a melody to copy and to work around. Let me have a look. See, look, this is Absinthe, yeah? All these are for sale. You can grab these on my Bandcamp too. I did this about a year ago. But we want like a string. Or something not as harsh, do you know what I mean? Out of this world, what's that? Oh my gosh. Quite like that too. So that's what I mean. So you've already got like loads of variations with this sound just by doing this one loop. Right, so I like working in audio quite a bit, so let's get rid of this again. I'm going to record this, and we're going to do something with it to make an intro. Or, you know, it might work in the intro, it might not. We're going to just try things. That's what this is about. So resample, bang, bang. Here we go. There we go. Keep that. Bang that over there. Let's see what it's like an octave higher. That's better. We'll have a low one. I've recorded a low one. We might as well keep it. So if we go to patch, I can pitch these up here. So 24, and that one's got to be 36. Bang. So we're going to record another one, guys. Here we go. Lovely. So we've got a super low one over there, and we got this one. Let's call this low. Let's make it yellow. Oh, I called it lock. Oh well, that one could be called lock. Let's call this one high, mid, high, mid, high. And I'm going to copy this, and oh, at least I was going to copy that. So it might seem a bit sporadic. It's because this is how I make tunes. I just try stuff out. And this one, I'm going to reverse it, see what we get. Oh, take that off. See, what you could do as well, we might not do it now, but you can pick out little phrases that you think are cool and cut them up out of that audio, and you can make a tune that way too. Okay, so we've got this. Let's put these down here. Dun, 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 dun. Don't know why I was just humming Spider-Man. Right, so this has got loads of bottom end in it that I don't want, so I'm going to put an EQ on here. I basically want to try and make an interesting sound for the intro out of this, okay? Alright, let's go with that for a minute. Some nice shots in there. Yeah, some nice shots. Right, I can close this these instances of Absynth. Let's see what else we can get. Okay, hang on. Get out of my sounds. Have we got anything? I want something a bit soft. Speech therapy. What's that? Oh. Typical distance. What's this? Okay. Weird grime. Cyberclap. Come on, I had loads of sims. Oh, here we go. There we go. Let's see what happens. Right, so I just want, I don't want it to drop an octave, so let's take all this, put it there for later, and then maybe on the, maybe just on the end, we'll grab the last two bars of the lower one, like this thing. Alright, duplicate, yeah. Let's get all this out of the way for a minute. Is everyone still with us? Is everyone falling asleep? Wake up. I'll go have a little bit of rum. Right, so this is sometimes where things get tricky, okay? Because you've got to work out how you get from your intro to this, yeah? And that's what we're going to do right now. Let me copy this over here. See, we could have this bit here. Hang on. But we won't do that. Let's find some drums finally. Distant sounds skits. Wow. Tell you what's good is Native Instruments did a extension pack called Lockdown Grind. Yeah, that's the bad boy. Okay. Let's just do this. It's good practice. I don't always do it. But you might as well label these things. Snare. Let's find a snare. Distant sounds. Skits. I like the top end of that. Let's have a little look what else we can find. So this is what I'm saying, like those sounds can almost inspire a whole tune to me. Oh, I like that as well. So let's just get a few different sounds going. That was, I swear that was like my go-to kick for ages. Okay. Oh look, this is no way. It's the Changes drum kit for the Changes remix I made. Bit too live for this one, I think. Let's put some reverb. Woo. Do you know what? That's quite cool for an effect. Just turn that down for a minute. Let's not send it to that reverb because it's a bit too mental. If anyone is interested, Arturia are offering 50% off most of their software. Interesting. That's Aikido. Enjoying this. Is it just me or is the mic really quiet? How's that? Is that better? Any desire to upgrade to Live 10? Yes. The reason I haven't is because I'm a Cubase user, and for the last year and a bit I have been using Ableton, so I'm a bit of a crossroad of like, do I continue my journey with Ableton or Cubase? But it'd probably be both. Have you always dragged and dropped your drum samples in? No. So this is the thing as well. On Cubase I used pretty much battery on every project, which is Native Instruments, and I just haven't got it on here. But there's something I quite like about dragging and dropping the samples in. So that's why I'm doing it. And with Ableton it's so easy to manipulate the samples. So it's just how I've got into it at the moment. Okay. I want to go do do do. Sort of like a double kick. Boom, boom. There you go. Tap, boom, boom, boom. Tap, boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. So yeah, still don't sound like much. Oh man. Oh man, that's dark. That is dark. That's sick. See, look, you don't need all the noisy basses. Ooh. These are sharp little hats, aren't they? They're like Let's try that. I'm going to keep that though. Are Waves your go-to plugins? I've always used Waves, yes. I mean, I do have a UAD Apollo as well, but that is with I have like a massive PC, and that is connected to that, and it's old, so it's like, you know, it's one of the, I think it's the second generation one or the first one, and that's got a FireWire connection, and like you ain't getting a FireWire connection for a laptop, so it's a case of maybe buying the Apollo Twin or the smaller one and getting a Thunderbolt 3 connection, something like that. Okay, let's just try and sort this loop out so you're not watching me stuck on a loop. Bimp, 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 bimp. Right, it doesn't need those all the time. Right, it can be way more sparse. Hang on. Don't want that. Gonna put that one back in. Get rid of that kick. See, you got to excuse me because, like I say, I'm not a straight up Ableton user. I go between this and Cubase. I'm gonna save this for a second. I want to have a little play with this sound because it's so there is some kind of weird, I think it's the envelope, it's got a long release. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there was a weird tail on this bass that was doing my nut. Hang on. Right, let's delete all these drums. Once I can get one bit right, we can just copy it over, and I'll show you how I flesh out a tune. Out of Super Zero, will there ever be a Deleted Scenes live stream? Ooh, there could be actually. We've actually been talking about doing one on Instagram. But do you mean a live set or us just having a chat? Because it's more likely to be a chat at the moment. Right, we've been going an hour. Jesus, here you go. Been doing this for an hour. All we've got is a little loop. Still, it's not bad for an hour. All right, let's get this going. Right, that is not doing what I want it to do. Also, stuff like that is cool for a lead in. Like this. Yeah, maybe a little hat. Yeah, these hats are weird. I'm annoyed at myself. Hang on. volume is your friend. Let's have it on the last one. Maybe we will have one over there. Hang on, I'm going to shorten this. But we'll pitch it right down so subtle. What was that one? -7. So -18. Cool. A bit lower. Just want it to be a little subtly. Okay. Everything's a bit rough and aggressive. So I want this to be loud because I want that. Because once I've kind of got this, right, so once we've got this, we've got like the main thing now. Hang on. Ooh, right, keep that there for a minute. Let's just do a little. Let's try and get something going here. Let's get rid of that. See you later. Bang. Okay. Feeds. Where was that sound? That needs its own thing. Was there, wasn't it? That's going to be really loud. Let's have a little listen to this. And I'll show you how we can try and make a variation on there. So this first note in this massive here, where are you? We could start it an octave higher, not the original, but if you want to know just how to get your tunes rolling. Ooh, a little whoa, whoa, let's do that. How can you cut MIDI in Ableton? I don't know how to do it. See, I'm a new learner. Right, this might not work. Ooh. Let's go lower. Ooh. I like that. So what I do when I have something like that that's slightly different, then it makes sense to switch up the percussion or take some stuff out. So now when that comes in, it's just going to feel different. could even get our snare. Let's put our snare there. I'm gonna put that kick on this. Let's see what happens there. Yeah. See? Something to catch your ear. There was a snare on there, wasn't there? Right, where's that big splashy snare? There you are. You're going there now. Alright, let's change this one. Again, let's do an octave higher. There's lots I'm not happy with in that, but we're gonna have to leave it for a minute. I don't want kicks. I don't like kicks in intros. Yep, that sounds fucking it up. I'm getting rid of that as well. I think that's one of the most useful things as well, as being able to hear what's wrong and quickly just sort it out, and don't be hung up on ideas or hung up on sometimes it's easy to get hung up on things you've done, thinking like, oh well, I've done that, I must have liked it, let's leave it there. And no, like, if it's not working and you keep listening to it and you're not sure, just get rid of it, just ditch it. We'll come back and we will finish this, maybe just like a high string. There you go. They had a little something, didn't they? Right. I'm going to try and add one more thing, and then I'm calling it a night. Cool. One more thing, sorry guys. Let's see. So now I've just copied and pasted it, and I've duplicated our massive. So I'm going to delete. So basically I've got 2 instances of massive now, and this one we're going to try and screw with a bit. Just change the sound slightly. I think we just found it. Right, I'm gonna leave it there because this is getting interesting now. So we'll come back next time, guys, and we will finish this off. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is the first proper live stream I've done, really. I did a little one a couple of weeks ago, or last week, but I didn't really advertise it. It just kind of came on the fly. I have got loads of preset packs I have made. All these sounds you're hearing, a lot of them are in preset packs I have made and are for sale at my Bandcamp. I've just released a tune called Beyond Isolation. I hope this has been useful. I hope you can see that maybe I'm just like anyone else who makes beats. Like, it's just trial and error. I don't really know what I'm doing. Don't always have an idea. Just go at it, get inspired. But you can see that coming up with a riff first, it opens so many doors, rather than some people who just have samples going like wob and you know, just having 808s and a wob, yeah, wob, 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 wob. You know, that's 10 times harder to make a tune than it is if you have a melody. So give that a go, and once you've got that melody, you could try, you know, a million different sounds playing that melody. So you've got room to progress with your tune. You can do octaves up, down. You can play chords to that melody. Yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this, spread the word. I'll be back very soon. Thank you again for joining me. Sorry for the glitching. I'll do my best to sort that out in the future. Yeah, I hope it's been helpful. And any questions, have a little think for the next time. But from this, I reckon in about an hour I'll have an almost complete tune. So come back next time to figure out how we get there. Till next time, peace.